Hey man, don't sleep. He one of them ones. He one of them ones, man. I tell y'all. So y'all, I came across this clip of Real Life Productions, man. Real Life Productions, they do some interviews, with many different public figures, artists, entrepreneurs, social media figures, and content creators, all kinds of people, man. And Real Life Productions did an interview. It's based in Dallas as well. And they did an interview with Stacy Elliott, which is the father of Ezekiel Elliott. And, Ezekiel Elliott's father, Stacy Elliott, is definitely like one of the ones to where he was very instrumental to Ezekiel Elliott's development as a man and also his progression in football, and really was very instrumental to, him getting to the pros and things like that, man. And so, even, he's always been there for his son, Ezekiel Elliott, bro. Like, even his interview that he had on ESPN when he was, at Ohio State, bro. Like, Stacy Elliott is definitely, like, a father you can definitely, like, tip your hat off to. Like, he's, like, one of the LeVar Balls, the Master P's, you name it. The primetime Deion Sanders, you name it, So, he had something to say on Real Life Productions about how the NFL kind of pretty much pushes away the fathers, and also in the midst of that, they try to paint the son in a bad narrative light. So let's go and take a look at what Stacy Elliott had to pretty much say. Without further ado, man, I appreciate y'all for tapping in. Make sure that y'all like, comment, share, and follow me on every social media platform at Jabbar Showtime, and subscribe to this channel for me, man. Appreciate it.
Something in there personal. And so as a father, they got to move us out the way because we the gatekeeper. So what can we put on him? So if you want a Stacy Elliott or LeVar Ball or Joe Jackson or Mr. Nose, maybe it's something in their personal life that we can expose to make them look bad.
So back, talking about that, right? We had off mic talk about just the black father and the importance they play in the role of athletes, or just in the role of a man, a young boy growing up, period. Right now we see like LeVar Ball's dad, he gets shunned by the media. You've been shunned by the media. A lot of other black athletes' dads, you don't even see them. Let's talk about the plight of the black dad for a second. You know what I mean? Like, what are some of the pitfalls and things, the hurdles that y'all have to deal with when you're dealing with the media?
And just a little bit of background, or backstory about Ezekiel Elliott and his father. Ezekiel Elliott's father is a Muslim, and I believe he is in the Nation of Islam. If not, I think he may be practicing Al-Islam, but he's definitely a Muslim brother. And so, obviously, like, it's a certain way he has to move, considering not only he's an NFL, athlete, an NFL player, plays for the Dallas Cowboys. He plays for one of the most richest, wealthiest, most popular franchise in the sports world, worldwide. So just kind of, give a little backdrop on that, man. Like, so, yeah.
Yeah, in raising a son that's going pro, or that's, playing football, basketball, or any of these sports.
Well, let's look at the whole family dynamics when there's a man involved. As men, we are the gatekeepers of our families. Well, if inside the gate there's a commodity that you want to benefit from, you got to go through the gatekeeper. If the gatekeeper is wise enough to know that your plans is not a beneficial towards that which you want to get, which in this case, our son, we got to move the gatekeeper out the way. Well, how do you move the gatekeeper out the way? You use the mother, you use the woman, or you use the shortcomings of the father by exposing it. Listen, there's a saying, they say more money, more problems. I say more money exposed the problem that was already there.
And Stacy Elliott, he's even, you know what I'm saying, been on record, that he played ball in his time. He was a linebacker, though. I'm not sure as far as he went. I think he played college ball. Didn't go pro, but, you know what I'm saying, he played ball in his time, you know what I'm saying? So, shout out to Stacy Elliott, man. Like, he really speaks with a lot of conviction and a lot of, you know what I'm saying, wisdom. So, he definitely spitting right now, though. And, yeah, bro, like, whenever the man is involved with the family and things like that, he's always the one to kind of really just oversee everything, man. Everything has to go through approval through him. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get to the commodity, you know what I'm saying, the talent, like what he said, which is his son, bro, you got to go through him. So, yeah.
In any relationship, there's weaknesses. In any relationship, it's like traveling the earth. There's hills and valleys, there's mountains, some taller than others, there's valleys, some deeper than others. That's how relationships are. So what the enemy does is he exploits those relationships. So every one of us know that's a man now or a woman. The transition between woman or girl to woman and boy to man, you start smelling yourself is a cheap way we say that, right?
Right.
Well, now you're 20 years old and you got $20 million and you smelling yourself. You got new money, new people, new girlfriend, new everything around you. And so the new around you make you think that the old have no consequence in your life no more of good. And so as a father, they got to move us out the way because we the gatekeeper. So what can we put on him? So if you want a Stacy Elliott or LeVar Ball or Joe Jackson or Mr. Nose, maybe it's something in their personal life that we can expose to make them look bad. Create a climate where your son or your daughter, but your son in particular, because we're talking about football players and basketball players, now he has to make a decision to choose his career, his reputation, or his father.
Yeah, man. It's definitely a longer interview. I think looked at the whole video. It dropped 2-3 years ago, man. I'm surprised they ain't been pushing this interview, man. I feel like somebody like, Stacy Elliott with his son being Ziggy Elliott and the things that went on in Ziggy Elliott's career, bro, kind of behind the scenes and off screen, bro, like he definitely has some things to say. Yeah, man. I'm gonna look more into it though, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like he kind of really like. I feel like there's a lot more to than what he just said. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't recall the media kind of really like painting the pictures too much on him because he wasn't somebody that was kind of really so much open and vocal as much as like a LeVar Ball. But I can definitely see that with him being a black man of high character and a black man, you know what I'm saying, with, you know what I'm saying, the knowledge of self and really knowing your worth and things like that. So I can definitely see the media kind of like, and you know what I'm saying, the industry kind of like hijacking, you know what I'm saying, the relationship between him and his son, basically, bro. And it kind of did come across as that at times. It kind of did. And not only did they, possibly even painted his dad in a bad light, they painted Ezekiel Elliott in the bad light, you know what I'm saying, with the allegations and stuff like that. Ezekiel Elliott was fighting to stay out there on the field. He wasn't even practicing in 2017, you know what I'm saying, due to him always having to go to the Supreme Court every week to get that suspension appealed. and then finally being suspended 6 games. And then, you know what I mean, coming back from that, you know what I'm saying, after the 6 game suspension, bro. It was a lot of things Ezekiel Elliott was going through. And then, you know, on top of that, Ezekiel Elliott never received any endorsements, bro. As great as Ezekiel Elliott was, bro, what Ezekiel Elliott did, you know what I'm saying, while he was at Ohio State, being a championship, winning a national title at Ohio State, bro, coming and did what he did in the NFL pros, bro, like, he really led the league in rushing, really, like, almost 4 years in a row. Almost 4 years in a row, bro, and really, like, 2 years, two out of his first 4 seasons, he led the league in rushing. If he wasn't suspended in 2017, he would have led the league in rushing then. But he still led the league in yards per game. His first 3 seasons in the league, bro. Like, and he really sustained some. I wouldn't sustain. He sustained great longevity. He could have, but I feel like the Cowboys kind of played around with his you know what I'm saying, his time there and stuff like that. I feel like there's a lot of other things, but I made other videos about that. But yeah, man, like Stacy Elliott, I definitely feel like he got some hidden gems he got to drop though. But I'm gonna look more into the interview, man. Let me know what y'all think about Stacy Elliott's dad, opinion and thoughts, man. Like, comment, share, follow me on every social media platform at Jabari Showtime, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, man, for more content. Click the link. All right, peace.